OMG, so much to dish on, and we have our first annual Dishin Days Award winners coming up next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello and happy Sunday, all of you Dishin Days fans. Welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV's Dishin Days, where we give you a full recap of NBC's #1 hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Toni Moore, and we got a full gaggle of gals here today. Starting to my far left.
Mark J. Freeman is here.
And with the highest hair ever.
You can follow my hair on Twitter, living for the hair.
Because we are living for the hair.
Still, after all these years, hasn't fallen out yet.
No, not yet.
It won't.
And this gorgeous lady.
Not at this point. Hi, everyone. Tami Goveia. Hi.
And this gorgeous lady.
Michael Mattes.
Hi.
Thank you guys for tuning in live. And if you haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days on Facebook and Instagram, and _Dishin Days on Twitter. The @ is implied. Side note, funny story. So this week in our group message on Facebook, I got a little message from Tami who asked me, what are the usernames for our social media?
I don't even know.
You're such a brat.
And I literally
replied.
What did I reply with?
You replied with Tammy.
Oh, that's it.
It was just like Tammy, but there was so much shade with that.
What do you
I
think
could
they are?
Tammy.
I was like, never mind.
Like, wait, what's the password?
I was on the other end giggling so much because I was like, did she really just ask what the user password is? Or the username?
Are you done? Are you done?
I think I am now.
Okay, good.
But it was just funny when you messaged all of us and asked us what it was. It's funny. And if you are a lover of us, make sure you go to this YouTube little show that you're watching right now and comment and like and share with all of your Days of Our Lives fans.
Yes.
Also, go to Mark's favorite place, iTunes, and score us 5 stars and leave a comment there.
I think we've ever only gotten 5 stars.
I like that. And you know why? It's because of you.
Even people who don't like me.
5 stars.
Which I think is pretty amazing.
Say.
And even the people that don't like me still give me 5 stars. I love it.
And if you are a lover of soaps, make sure you watch the rest of our soap block right after us. We have Restless Wrap, followed by GH Report. And that's it. That's it.
For now.
That's it for now. Okay, so we have so much to talk about and so much to cover that I think we need to just go right into it.
Oh, we forgot to get it.
Oh.
That was my job.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Should I go get it?
Well, no, because by the time we say it, it'll be there. Just imagine the hourglass here.
I'll flip it over.
It's now time to start Dishin Days.
There we go.
Steve is always on point.
See, if we didn't, I forget that a lot of people listen to us on iTunes. So if we didn't say anything,
They wouldn't have,
They would have
the
no
people
idea.
watching would have been like, I didn't see an hourglass. And they would just be like, what's going on? And the people on iTunes would be like, they flipped the hourglass.
Hourglass. Dun, dun,
We
it's
ruined
time.
it for ourselves.
I'm sorry.
We could have made them think they were crazy. I don't see the hourglass.
Listen, there are enough crazy people
There are
on
enough.
days
There
right
are
now.
enough.
All right. So
Speaking of,
let's start with the announcement of the new face of Bella Magazine.
Yes.
Claire by 1 vote.
And I think, was it you that called the
I
1 vote
did.
story? Yeah.
I did. But
when it actually happened, I'm like, oh my God.
Well, because they made such a big deal out of the fact that Tripp voted for Claire. And I was like, this would be hilarious if she won by 1 vote.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the votes were coming in and everyone was like, oh my God, Claire is so far behind. There's no way. And they kept saying, oh, it's going to end in 20 minutes. And she was down like 87,000.
Yes.
And then it came out and it was like she won by 1. And I was like, what? And I started being like Tripp and Sierra, like,
really?
how did that happen?
yeah.
Because if you think about social media, we're slow. Like, it takes a while to be like, oh, you want me to vote for her? Oh, let me go find the link. Oh, let me vote. You know what I mean? Like 87,000 people are not going to suddenly vote within 20 minutes. Unless they were all sitting there like,
Yeah.
Now, you know,
Like an eBay auction.
Coordinated effort.
So, I didn't realize that Sierra actually, this contest meant more to her than she
Yes.
ever let on.
Oh,
Yeah, I feel like at first she did it just kind of to spite Claire, but now it was more like a validation.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she had
Yeah.
a nice conversation with Tripp earlier about just what it means to her.
Yeah.
So the fact, again, that he did what he did, it's like,
And he felt so bad.
yeah, well, he's going to get feeling worse
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know
when he
Mark
finds
J.
out what happened.
Yeah, Mark J. Freeman, you were feeling good this week.
I think I was thinking this the other day. I think right now this is my favorite storyline.
The
I don't
Tripp
know
Sierra-
Really?
I don't know. There's something about the dynamics between the new Sierra and Claire and Tripp, and now Wyatt being back that thrilled me to no end.
You were so happy.
until they pulled the rug out from under me at the end of the episode. I was like, dang it! I don't know. There's something about the storyline that I like. I think it's the flashback to Bella magazine. I don't know. I like it. I'm excited. It's like I perk up. It's like when Billy's on. I perk up.
It feels very now, and I think we said this before, but then it takes us back to like Salem High,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and like
Exactly.
when Belle and Sean and Philip
Yes.
and Chloe and all of them were like growing up.
It's an
It takes us
homage,
back
and
to
yet
that.
it's
But I
new
like
and
it that they're not the
fresh
center of the show, because back in that time they
Yeah.
became like the center of the show.
Yeah.
But this time they're doing a good job of balancing like everybody's feature.
Storylines.
Yeah. I was digging it. It wasn't me. I don't know if I just didn't pay attention that closely, but Wyatt looked different to me.
Do you remember what he looked like
He
before?
did look a little different. Maybe he's just like lost
His hair's
weight or
longer?
just a little more chiseled or something.
Maybe.
But he definitely looked. He definitely looked a little
Yeah.
more
'Cause-
on it,
Yeah, because for a moment I was like, wait a
like
minute.
me in 20 years.
You're on the vegan, you're on the vegan road, girl.
4 months of being vegan. I haven't seen any freaking difference. Yeah, I did notice. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was glad he was back. I know
Me too.
we were talking earlier that you weren't watching at the time.
Right, yeah, we missed
that he was
that.
on. And it wasn't anything profound. I mean, we all knew that it was kind of a cover, and Theo had brought him in to kind of create a stir with Sierra and everything.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like Ron is doing stuff. Like, I love that. Like, it just never, I like when they surprise me.
Yeah.
That's why I think we all started watching soaps when we
Right,
did,
yeah.
was that, because we didn't have the social media, we didn't have the magazines spilling it for us before
Exactly.
stuff
Right.
happened, and you just had to run home and see what was going to happen to us. That's what made it exciting.
Yeah.
So when someone pops up, and this is why I don't read the spoilers, and I don't
Yeah.
like to
I
get
like
tweets.
to be surprised.
Yeah.
I like that moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm never gonna yell at you for tweeting me. Please do, but when you tweet me something that's a spoiler, I do try to not. If I can catch
Before. Yeah.
I won't
Right.
read it. Just because these are the moments that I live for.
Yeah.
And I loved it, and then even the twist at the end,
Where
he's the one
flashback
that he's the one that
that didn't.
messed with the
And
numbers.
I was
Yeah.
really giving Claire the benefit of the
Me-
doubt.
yeah.
I
because,
wasn't.
Theo wasn't helping her, and I knew he wasn't going to help her.
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe she did win.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think it was that moment of like, oh girl, like Theo went ahead and did it for you because
No,
you're
I
such a
couldn't believe
crybaby.
that.
But then when she was like, I asked him, but he didn't do it. And then they went to the flashback, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't remember this. And then she looked up, and there was Wyatt, and I was like,
Yeah.
days.
Well, I
Done
knew-
got me again.
I knew when that flashback started, we're gonna
Yeah.
see who really did this.
Right.
So when it turned and it was him, I was like,
She was so mean
Well,
to
even
Theo,
even
too,
Yeah.
though.
even though I
Yeah.
hadn't
If I don't win, it's going to be your fault. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
even though
you're so mean.
as the episode progressed, I kind of got a clue that he was the one that helped her, because they referenced to, he's like, oh, I'm always on my computer, or something. And then it
Oh,
kind
he did say
of
that.
clicked in
Oh,
my
you're
mind.
good.
I'm like,
See, I didn't even put that
Yeah.
together.
yeah.
I didn't either, but I did remember him saying that.
Right. So yeah, this is definitely a developing, interesting storyline. But someone else that had something on the line with this contest were Brady and Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
she still
loved-
shot him down.
Yeah, exactly.
She was like,
I don't
nope.
care.
She's like,
Yeah.
Welcher.
I don't
Who
care.
cares?
She's like, yeah, I didn't think you were gonna win.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I agreed
I
to
don't
it.
have to do anything.
I just like how Eve is trying to be so tough in this situation and look at Brady and be like, oh no, like I'm not going out with you. You're not. We're just gonna work together. But then
There's still
you kind of see
something there.
her kind of like
She
break
softens
down
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because even when Brady was like, Claire won. I get another chance. I'm gonna take you out to dinner. And she was like, no.
No.
And then he was just like, okay, fine. You want me to back off? Fine. She was just kind of like,
She's like, wait.
huh? What? Wait a minute. Are you sure? Like you're just gonna stop with all this? Like you know what? Oh, but I do love that moment that she overheard Maggie, because I feel like everyone just trusts Maggie.
Yeah.
So I think when she heard that, she can see how much Brady loves her.
Actually
I
loves
think
her.
that kind of melted the
Yeah.
wall around
It's
her
so
heart a little bit.
fascinating even when Eve is just raging against Brady, you can still tell how much she loves him.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it.
Well, and if
but-
she wouldn't have been that hurt if there weren't deep
Yeah.
feelings
Yeah.
involved,
And I love seeing that duality in her.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But homegirl was like, whatever feelings I had have been erased by him. And I was like, dang, girl.
Well,
are cold.
it's so funny that you said that. I was just talking about this with somebody the other day. You know what that is? It's a sign of a good actor.
Well,
because
exactly.
one of the things I learned a long time ago in acting classes was that when you argue with a complete stranger, your argument looks and sounds different than when you're arguing with somebody that you truly care about.
Yeah, especially
And
somebody
she's
you love.
aware that
Yes.
she can be mad at him, but she also has
There's
to
all
be
this stuff underneath.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so
kudos
Cassie.
to Cassie
Woo!
DePaiva.
Yes.
Killing it. And
Rocking it.
I
Read
like
the
them.
audition, the book The Audition. It's all about finding the love.
Michael
Shirtliff.
Shirtliff. Yes.
Look at that.
You
Okay,
know.
the audition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does it come
Not
in Cliff
the
Notes?
audition.
I was gonna say, is there a book
Oh.
on tape?
Audition. Yeah,
Right.
it's just called
Is
Audition.
it Cliff Notes?
No, sorry, girl.
That's the literary side of the table.
Yeah. I was that kid that was like, oh great, we have to read Hamlet. What are Cliff Notes?
Yeah. Oh, I read Cliff Notes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'll watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Let-
me. That was a movie. Yeah.
Ariette says Brady doesn't love her. He sees her as a possession, like he does with every woman in his life. Over Brady right now.
There's
No.
a lot of people that have been writing in here that they're kind of over Brady right now.
No,
I've been seeing that a lot.
I think that I go back to, I really think that initially his plan was to do what he needed to do in order to get back in good graces with Victor and head up Titan. And we all knew that this was going to happen. He fell in love with Eve. And I think out of all the women that he's been with, Teresa and Kristen, I think Eve is that nice blend of
She's
them
the
both.
healthiest.
Yeah, and I think he deserves that after those two.
You don't think so? You don't think she's the healthiest
Who, me?
of the lot?
I don't know. I mean,
She's not vested.
she's what?
He's not vested. You.
Oh, okay.
Not vested
okay.
at all.
That's the I'm not vested look. Got
Like
it. Got it.
like ask Mark about Rafe and Hope.
Right, right.
Not vested. That's how that goes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
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 And I mean that's pretty much it with Brady and Eve, right?
Yeah.
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 There wasn't much progression there,
Yeah.
except the
It was
contest ended.
It was
yeah.
leading up to the contest and then the fallout after the contest.
But I love that moment when she just said, "Okay."
Yeah.
But then they did agree. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
She said, "Let me check my book. I'm
Right.
busy,
Yeah.
girl. Let me check my book. I'll work you in."
And I feel like Brady's gonna go all out with the romance with
As
this,
long
since
as
he only
he
has
doesn't
one
drink,
chance.
I'm very happy
Right.
about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of played out, the whole him going back to the booze.
I hope so.
Like,
Because I'm done.
Yeah.
Done with him if that happens again.
Yeah. Eve is, Deacon CJ says, Eve is the sister to his child's mother. Eve and Brady together is nasty. Nasty being in bold and capitalized.
Nasty.
Yeah. I felt like that's just how he would say it.
Everyone's entitled to their opinions.
This is true.
So
I mean, soaps are just incestuous like that, you know? Like, people, you know, they just all hook up
It's a
with each
small
other.
campus.
Like,
It's
yeah.
it's a small
It's a small
community.
town.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of, what do you want, desensitized to it? I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Mike
Bowman.
Bowman. Go.
Yeah, Brady is hot, but there's a 75% chance you will die if you get with him.
Wow.
I love that we caught that at the same time. So
Mike
funny.
Bowman, you make me smile.
All right, so we now have to discuss the storyline that has caused a lot of stir.
Lots of
Stir.
stir.
Not
The
only-
pot was stirred.
Not only in Salem, but
in the
Everywhere.
real world.
Everywhere.
so we have the Abigail, Gabi, Stefan. I'm also including Kate, Vivian, and Marlena into this storyline.
Can I say before we get into the deep,
The brouhaha,
dark stuff?
Yeah.
I almost tweeted out today. Can I please be thrown into that room?
Right.
With Marlena, Vivian, and Kate.
It was a very
Right.
special moment.
I'm like,
yeah.
that's where I want to celebrate every birthday.
Yes. Yes.
In that dungeon
Yes.
with those three women,
Yeah.
with that rack of women's clothing.
Right.
Done.
But
Vivian
done.
without alcohol, that scares me.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's
we
the-
would have to work in some alcohol into the room. Yeah.
Here's the
bar.
thing with first of all, for some reason, when they were all in that room, I was like, I love this for
Yes.
some reason.
Oh,
Like
the
I
dynamic,
love.
right?
I was like,
Yeah.
leave them in there for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Please.
Let's have
Send
them
them trays
talk.
of food.
Yep.
Let's see where this goes.
Yep.
And I never
Spin-off.
I never
Yeah.
envisioned the three of them together.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So when it happened, it was like, oh my god, I love this.
And
Yeah.
then look at the dynamic. You have Kate and Vivian, who have
Hate each
always
other.
been at
Yeah.
odds with each other. You have neutral Marlena, but then you have Marlena and Kate, who have this kind of
Reluctant.
They're
buddies,
special
yeah.
like
Yeah.
girlfriendship
Yeah.
with each other. And Vivian and the way Marlena kept looking at Vivian,
Just was like,
like she was just like,
bitch.
girl,
I'm
girl.
done
like
with
go,
you.
like go behind the rack, girl. Like
I
this
just
is too
loved,
much.
I really truly did love, like, so you know that Marlena's already been, like, knocked out and taken down there.
Yeah.
And then, and then someone's like, okay, Ma, I'll work it out. Psych!
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Taking
Picked
you.
her up and
And then upstairs, Gabigail's like, boom!
Yeah.
We got another one to take down. I'm like, what is going on in this house? I'm sorry, that was
It was great.
the best.
But I will
The
say,
best.
okay, so I pictured this happening. When in the script, Stefan is supposed to pick up Vivian and take her into the tunnel. I suddenly envisioned Louis Sorel going,
honey, that ain't
no,
happening.
honey, I'm not about to get picked
Nuh-uh.
up. So when he went down and came back up, I was like, whew, that is obviously a stunt
double.
double.
Oh, yeah.
They
'Cause
didn't even
show her face. Yeah.
Well, they didn't show the face, but they didn't even care about matching the hair.
Yeah.
like,
No.
like it was clearly not. And I just imagine Louis Sorel being like, "You guys have got to be kidding me! Y'all know how old I am. This guy is not about to pick me up and carry me into. No, I need to stay on the ground."
Yeah.
Oh wait, there was something else I was going to say before that. Crap, forgot. Oh my God, I pulled a mark. Yeah.
It happens.
It's
It
gonna keep
happens.
getting
I
worse,
know,
girl.
I know,
Just so you
I
know.
But this is a very I kept
Ask my boss how many times I walk to the back offices and I go, I
Wait,
don't
what?
remember. And I have to walk all the way back until I remember. I do it like 5 times a day.
But every time someone came into the secret room, I just kept thinking like, y'all have been in this situation before.
Yeah.
Stand on ready to be like, pew,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like, you know, like jet out. You know what I mean? Like why is everyone standing there like,
In the
so are
bed,
you
way
gonna
in the
let me
back,
out?
Yeah.
Like no, like and there's all this stuff.
yeah.
There's a mirror down there. There's a rack of clothes. Like I literally would have if I was Marlena, I would have stood there with the rack of clothes, and then as soon as the door opened, just went shit, bam,
Yeah.
just like him.
April too, when she said Stefan's reaction when he saw Kate and I think he even said what the
Yeah.
and I almost made that quote of the week because I laughed out loud. I was like, okay, that's funny. That and Rafe did something too that made me laugh out loud too.
Yeah.
It was kind of one of those moments. It was nothing. It was like a sound, but I was like, oh my god, that was hysterical.
But I'm digging the girls just
Yeah, I love that.
in the secret room.
They do need a spinoff.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, there's a little two-way mirror, and Kristen's on the other side watching it. Kristen or Susan. I'll take either.
All of a sudden, it's like, hello, ladies.
Yeah.
While I've got you all together.
Ding! And it's Kristen, and it's like, oh, girl. I love it. Okay, so
April, quit nitpicking. It doesn't matter if there's a bathroom in there or not. People
Maybe-
in daytime don't go to the bathroom.
I did think about
Right.
that, though. I did think
Yeah.
well, maybe
I
there's
thought
a
about, I was
toilet like
concerned with
around
what
the
they
corner.
were eating.
Yeah.
That was my concern. I'm like, what are they eating?
There's something down there.
I'm sure Harold's brought them a tray or two.
Right.
useless Harold.
Because maybe there's like a buzzer that's like beep beep. Oh, someone's in the secret room. Fine, staff, make sure you go down and feed them. All right, so let's go into Abigail, Gabi, and Stefan.
Okay.
So obviously, Gabi is still out and wandering, and Stefan has proclaimed his love for Gabi, and has decided that it is best that they run off with each other, all while Abigail is stuck in her head. For the most part, she did get out for a second while Gabi and Stefan were kissing, and she had a moment of like trying to figure out what was happening and get away from him. And it's interesting because I think we learned that they're both triggered by love. So Abigail is triggered by the love of Chad and everything like that, and Gabi is triggered by the love for Stefan. But I loved the interaction between Abigail and Andre. And I loved how Andre was kind of pushing her to be like, what's happening, think, you don't want to admit. And I'm like, this is true, like you've locked it in.
And when he brings out the glasses, just something to spark.
I actually liked the idea of them, like I thought that was clever, that she's trapped in an office and now she's starting to figure out, okay, I'm not in an office, that you're kind of seeing the mind of this crazy person, which Marcy Miller, if you're watching, you're doing an amazing job and I love you and you complete me. Thank you for what you do.
Yes.
And say hi to Billy.
Didn't you see him at Soho House last night?
2 nights ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I didn't. I was kidding. The drag show was the
No,
last
it's okay,
time.
because we went to the Soho House 3 nights ago.
Right,
And had a lovely time without Tammy, James, Mark, or Billy.
How did you get in?
Don't worry. I've got connections.
I'm going to have to check that members list. So,
but I definitely enjoyed the those moments with her just trying to really like figure everything out. And I love that Teo was back.
Yeah,
So
always.
shout out to Teo.
Yep.
Always.
The part of it I enjoyed was Vivian. Like Vivian became like Mama Bear, like almost like the voice of reason, like how it was wrong to take her away and all, how he wasn't going to let her, and that's what led to him hauling her ass away.
Well, Vivian just doesn't care. Like she's is going to say what she wants to say when she needs to say it. So yeah, it's just like I like that she was just like, no, you can't do this. No, like this is crazy. Like and trying to talk him out of it. And I think, like Marlena said to him, you're delusional.
Yeah.
I think he has become very delusional in what's happening. Speaking of what's happening, let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
So Abigail comes out for a second. And then Stefan talks to Gabi, and Gabi comes back out. And then Gabi decides that the only way to get rid of Abigail is for Gabi and Stefan to make love.
Right.
There was no reasoning behind that, though.
What?
Like, it wasn't explained why she felt that way. Like, why that?
Well, I think it's that they're both triggered by love.
I see what you mean.
So if Gabi and Stefan's love is stronger than Abigail and Chad's, then
Abigail goes away forever.
Right.
Or that's
and Gabi won't be able to really like she said, she's like, I kept feeling Abigail. That feeling will kind of go away.
Got it.
So I just wanted to say that watching that moment of Abigail making it out and seeing how horrified and terrified she was and confused, that broke my heart into a million pieces.
Yeah.
I've been hoping that the storyline wasn't going to go in this direction from day one. but we need to address it and call it out for what it is. You know, the bottom line is Abigail is mentally ill and doesn't have the capacity to consent to having sex with Stefan, and non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
Yeah.
The idea that Stefan believes he's in love with Gabi with a Y, or believes that Gabi is real, is irrelevant. It's a moot point. It's not something that we can ever condone or defend or minimize or romanticize. And, you know, when he was telling Gabi he loved her, I thought, oh, this is wrong on so many levels, because we cannot romanticize this.
Yeah.
Given that the story's gone down this road, soaps have been tackling amazing, relevant social issues for decades.
Yeah.
This is what soaps have been doing.
Yep.
And if you take a look at the landscape now, like Y&R with domestic violence, and you have General Hospital with the Alzheimer's storyline and how that shatters families.
Yeah.
B&B did an amazing storyline on transgender.
Yeah.
What they did with that was beautiful and compassionate. And now Days has taken on consensual, you know, assault, sexual assault, mental illness, and I'm just gonna step back and hope that Ron and the writers and the creators of Days are going to do the storyline justice.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be the next part of it.
I think so.
Will be
because there's no way they
Stefan
could have
getting-
even started the storyline thinking there was going to be no repercussions to it.
Right.
That there wasn't going to be an outcry.
An outcry from the viewers.
From the viewers, from the fans.
Yeah.
And another thing that I've been seeing on Twitter is, oh, you know, it's just a story. It's just a soap opera. When you minimize the story, domestic violence, sexual assault, that's wrong.
Yeah.
This cannot be minimized.
Yeah.
And so,
I think that's enough said.
You know, anyone else to add on to that?
Well, no,
think she said it
I
very
just
well.
hope that the next part of it is like there are repercussions for what's happened.
And we've
Repercussions
seen-
from
There was
Stefan,
a moment
yeah.
where Marlena was saying to Stefan, because he refused to back down,
Right.
like, I'm going to have Gabi, we're going to, and she said to him, you will pay for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And I think
if
it'll
you
happen.
go down this road, you will pay for this.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing that there's not going to be repercussions.
Yeah. Right.
There will be.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to see how
Wait
this
and
plays
see how
out.
it plays out.
Yeah.
I thought a lot about how to respond to it. I'm with you, just trying to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I think that from watching the show and also just knowing soaps in general, they do tackle on, very, hard-hitting things. I think this is just another one of those things. And because before I even watched the episode, we were already getting tweets about, this is that, and this is not right, and all of this. And so I was able to brace myself for the episode. But then I started thinking, not that, it's a soap and all is forgiven, but I then turn into that person that's like, okay, well, let's see how this plays out.
How it plays out,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we're no stranger to a situation like this. When it's different because the character of Abigail is in a mental illness
Mentally ill, yeah.
and capacity. However, when Kristen drugged Eric, who was a priest,
Right.
and had sex with him,
Right.
and videotaped it,
Right.
and it was then shown at Kristen and Brady's wedding. I feel like the response to that was completely different to the response to
It got glossed
to
over.
this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a similar situation when it boils down to non-consensual
Absolutely.
sex. But I feel like because we're in this period and height of sexual assault and the Me Too movement and things like that, this storyline in particular has taken such a spotlight now because of that.
Well, people are having conversations now.
Yeah.
That's why.
And I think,
which is great.
And I think that's what shows are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you talk and make you think and make you consider. And I think that at this point, we have to see how it plays out. And we can't look at the actors and blame them for anything.
Please, fans, do not hate on the actors.
Yeah, or tweet them and say, how could you let this happen? And right now, at this point, don't even like go to Ron and say, how could you let this happen? Like, let's wait and see what the rest of the plan is. Because I think as any writer, you have to, he didn't get us up to this point and say, okay, well, like, how am I going to get out of this? I'm sure he knew exactly where this story was going to go. So we just have to let it play out and not be so quick to label and judge everything so quickly. I think that's probably my main point, is to don't quickly label everything before we see how this story plays out.
Well, and I have faith that the show will not gloss over it and that all the wrongdoings will be punished.
And I also think that there will be a spinoff for Kate and
I love that Mark is the one that's like, oh, girl, this is too deep. Let me bring it to the light. Let me bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. But yeah, I'm seeing Fire Tom says the tagging has got to stop. Marlon says Ron is a great writer. I trust him. Daquan says he prefers Ron's writing to Dina's.
Definitely.
Well, and you know, the show is not completely in control. Ron does not have complete control. There's a series of approvals and network, network, and so it's not all like Ron doesn't 100% control the show. Like I'm sure he has to get approvals from network and stuff.
Right.
So, again, let's see how it plays out. And I have faith that they'll do justice.
Yeah,
that the characters and like the wrongdoings will be punished.
Yeah, I think so too. But I realized this storyline was like, very touchy when suddenly we were getting sent all kinds of stuff. The article from Yahoo and other people's thoughts and things like that. And I'm thinking to myself, well, great, we're having a conversation.
Yes.
But again, let's not be quick to judge and label. Let's because soaps have been around for so many years. I mean, there have been baby stealing. There has been fake deaths. There has been actual rape, and sexual assault. There have been baby switches and all these sorts of things. And they all play out, and you either forgive the character, you either like the character, you understand the character, or you hate them for a little while, and then they do something where it turns it around. We go through this journey just like they're going through this journey. So right now, we're feeling all the feels for Abigail, and that's what we're supposed to do as viewers. We're supposed to feel something for this character. We're supposed to feel and have thoughts about what's going on.
These strong opinions,
So it, just a fan with open arms, just waiting to see, what's going to happen. The spinoff of Kate, Vivian, and Marlena, featuring entertainment by Lorraine Love.
Entertainment by...
She just comes in, and now
when they get out, they come to a drag bar down the street, and she's there.
All narrated by Toni Moore. Excellent stuff.
This is the only one we could afford.
I will say I do not want to be in the path of Gabi, because when you figure her out, she will knock you out. She's a...
Gabigail or Gabi?
Gabi.
No, Gabi with an I.
Gabi with a Y.
Gabi with a Y.
Why?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Gabi with a Y.
Gabigail.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I misunderstood what you said.
Yeah, see, it's confusing.
I thought you were talking about Gabi, when people find she's going to have some... Gabi, the real Gabi Hernandez,
with an
is
I.
going to kick ass when she Is that what you were saying?
No, I'm just talking
Oh,
about.
No,
sorry.
if you come into
Okay.
the path of
Misunderstood.
Gabi with a
My
Y,
bad.
you're
Yeah.
going to get whacked over.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
just think about it. If Kate wasn't so like determined to get through the door,
Yeah.
then, she wouldn't have discovered Gabi with a Y. But I love that she left that message for Chad,
Yeah.
for him to come home, and kudos to Billy Flynn.
Why?
I loved the moment when he walked in and he was just like, turn around.
Oh, yeah.
You turn around right now. You turn around. And then when she turned around, when she turned around,
Tell him at Soho House tonight.
and realized it was Abigail, the look of horror,
That's what
anger,
The
there
reaction was
such
was-
yeah,
It was just
such a
perfect.
mix of emotions,
Yeah.
and I was.
really the actor. The storyline is so tough.
It is.
It's so tough. It must have been tough to write.
Yeah.
It's tough to act.
Yeah.
And they are just doing such a
Blowing it
phenomenal
away.
job.
Yep.
Because just like someone said in the chat room, all the alters have humanized themselves
Yeah.
and made themselves like real people. So, when I deal with Mark and Lorraine, I get confused too. Am I dealing with Mark? Am I dealing with
Imagine
Lorraine?
how I feel.
And it's like, but
Like,
I
why
like.
do I feel so uncomfortable? Oh.
Yeah, and it's like I like Lorraine more than I like Mark. So like,
Most people do. Most people do. Most people do.
And
So-
I love the fact that everyone, Rafe and Hope, realize it's Abigail because
Yeah.
of,
Yes.
of the video footage.
yes,
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
obviously,
yes.
the three girls in the dungeon room realize
Realize
it's
that.
Abigail.
I like that everyone has
Everybody's
realized
coming
it
together
at
like,
the
dun,
same
dun,
time.
dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've entered the dawning room.
I will say also that everyone was saying that it was tough. It was tough to watch.
Yeah.
I like the way that it was presented.
Right.
I like that it wasn't this romanticized because
Right,
sometimes
because
when they make love,
I don't feel they did romanticize it in a way.
No.
They presented it as though this was something that shouldn't be happening.
Right.
And when he's telling her he loves her, that's romanticizing.
Well,
it.
no, I think they mean,
I mean,
like
it's
that
not
they
like there
didn't
were
show the
candles
actual.
and-
they didn't
Yeah.
show
I
the
think
action
because
with
the
like
actual act wasn't
right
shown.
with like
and
the
with
music
the soft
playing
music
Right.
and
and
stuff
like
like
the
that.
typical
cutaways
music,
and like
yeah.
the leg and like the arch of
No.
the back,
Yeah.
like all that kind of stuff. It was literally like a what's gonna happen, and a kiss happened, cut, and then they were like done. So you didn't feel like you were
Well,
like
he was on top of her.
Well,
And
yeah.
they did have that close up of her in some kind
But
of
you know what I mean.
ecstasy
Like
thing.
it wasn't like a.
It was a
It wasn't like a
To me.
love scene.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That. Okay. Okay. I can't. Okay, so now that we have come out of this,
Let's talk about something fun.
Yeah, let's talk
Let's
about
talk about
something.
something fun.
Something
Yeah.
that'll help
Thank
people.
God for Maria Menounos.
Yes.
Because if you want to if you want to have some fun and learn and grow, then check Maria's podcast, Conversations with Maria Menounos. It's a podcast edition and hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder, Maria. Drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life, health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you never had. So, go to iTunes, subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know that it was us,
Yeah.
Dishin' Days.
that sent you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition. Check it out.
Check it
Yay!
out.
Check
And
it
Toni
out.
wasn't, I don't think, laughing at the podcast.
No, I was laughing
What's
at
going on in the chat
Mark.
room?
Well, Mike Bowman.
Oh, what did Mike Bowman say? I missed
that was in response to Mike Bowman.
Oh, what did he
said,
say?
Mark, you feel Mark is like black and white in Marlena's office, and so I agreed with him that
Yes.
yes, I feel like I'm black and white in Marlena's office right
my
now.
gosh.
He was making me laugh, so that's what we were
Mike
laughing
Bowman.
at. Mike Bowman.
All right, let's quickly go through some tidbits.
Okay.
So, oh dear God, Paul, Leo, and Vivian. There was a moment where I was like, Paul, you're not a great detective if you get caught.
Goofball.
Yeah.
If you
And
get-
like, what's going on? Couldn't he be a little bit more suave and under the radar?
No.
He was just like, so like, where do you
under
go?
my
Where do you
radar.
go? Where do you go?
Apparently not. And I thought that he was gonna talk himself out of it, like, oh, dude, I wasn't following you, but hey,
No,
how's it
he-
going? Like,
yeah.
how are things with you and Sonny? You know what I mean? Just kind of. But then he goes into like, what's up with you and Vivian? I'm like, he ain't gonna tell you nothing.
I thought what was happening. I thought actually Leo was, because he wants to be with Sonny, was gonna spill it on Vivian to get Sonny.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I actually thought it was working, and he was like, oh, "Okay, I'm gonna spill the beans. I'm gonna tell you everything." So I was actually surprised when he went and said to Vivian, "Paul's on to you." You know, I told him stuff, but I don't think he knows everything. So I actually thought it was. I thought it was working. I thought what he was doing was working. So.
Yeah.
But
Well, it is.
we'll see what happens.
And now
I'm still curious to see where this is going to go.
I
Me
liked.
too.
But-
I liked when what was it? It was a scene between Leo and Sonny.
Oh, in
and
the square?
In the you know.
and the giving of the coffee.
yeah.
And,
Well, no, and then like
fix
the
of
last
tie.
scene when
love
he
the
finally. Leo remembers Vivian, like, you need to get him in, like, get him into bed again, and then he really turns it on and starts fixing
Oh,
his tie.
one
and I
more
was like,
thing.
ooh, okay, if I was Sonny, I would have been like, I'm taking a long lunch, let's go.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Credit to Sonny because
the
he
CEO.
resisted. Yeah.
Of the company, and he's the assistant. Which, by the way, he's a good assistant.
I mean,
How about that?
Man Lover says, y'all leave Paul alone. He
Man
boils my
Lover.
potato. Wait, what?
Boils my potato.
It's from a long time
Boil.
ago. Somebody
Yeah.
said it. We still don't really know what it means, but now it's.
I just
But
heard
we all say it.
I heard potato
Yeah.
and was like, what?
If you like something, it boils your
Is that a
potato.
vegan
Yeah.
reference?
I guess. Yeah, maybe that's a vegan reference.
Maybe.
I do get excited that I can eat potatoes still.
So we'll see how that plays out.
That's the problem. When that's all you eat, that's the problem.
Oh boy. So Will and Paul made love, which it makes me
A couple times now.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
morning.
I have to say, I
Morning
love
delight.
that opening shot of Paul
I liked
sitting in
it
the
too.
bed with the laptop.
I really
And
liked
it's
it
like,
too. Mm-hmm.
I said,
I was
Yeah.
like, move the.
breakfast is served. Sorry,
That was
Christopher.
very daring. Like,
So I don't. Okay, so I don't
This is
know.
why I get in trouble, Mike.
Yeah. I don't.
it's a snort-worthy
Yeah,
moment.
that was great. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys pay attention to this, but whenever they interact, I feel like I find myself paying closer attention to how they interact with each other, and I always find something that's like, as soon as I'm like, oh, like they're getting the hang of it, like I believe them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then there was a moment where Paul and Will were kissing, and it was almost like Chandler didn't know what to do
It's
with
like
his hands,
awkward. Yeah.
and he was
Yeah.
just like.
yeah.
It's like, girl, you've done this before.
Right, just embrace. But I love their relationship. I'm team Paul and Will. But
Yeah.
I like that they were
For now.
For now, I like that they were in bed.
Change is good.
I like that they were in bed and well, I mean,
I wouldn't be opposed to Will and Leo. I wouldn't be opposed to Will.
He needs to stay.
I want
Leo
Greg.
is
Rick has some
adorable.
swag.
I wouldn't be
Absolutely.
opposed to
Yeah.
Will and Chad. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I think you would be opposed to that because
I
Lorraine
wouldn't.
Love wouldn't be on the show that could be with Bill.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I love that you just forget Abigail and Chad.
I'd skip,
Will and Chad is where it goes.
skip the important stuff and I just make up my own shit.
How about this, Paul and Rafe?
Done.
But I like that Will and Paul were both working before they made love, and then
Multitasking.
yeah, and then Will talked about how Adrian wanted him to write an article about his death and everything like that, and just kind of thinking about it, he was like wanting to and did try to make arrangements to reach out to Clyde. To which someone in our group chat was like, "What does Clyde have to do with it, Michael?" So we had to remind Michael.
Will made a
What's our
comment. Will
password?
made a comment. No, Will made a comment, and he was like, "Oh, he helped me before." I was like, "How?" Maybe I'm forgetting something, or I missed an episode. I don't understand.
Well,
how-
remember when Ben burst in? Yeah. Ben knew that Will was alive because Clyde told Ben that Will was alive.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that Clyde saw Will
Sorry.
in Memphis and told then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Who was the
No
actor?
one is champion for Chad and Mike Riley.
Is that what Mike Riley said?
Yeah, of course it's coming from. I looked over. I was like, who wrote that? I was like, oh,
Of
Mike
course.
Riley.
Oh gosh.
Who's the actor that played Clyde? What's his name again?
James.
Reed.
Oh,
Yeah,
do
Reed.
you
Yeah.
think? Do you think
He was
he's
in
gonna
Beaches.
show? He's gonna come back on for another episode or two because of this.
That would be nice.
I just love.
That's
him.
awesome.
We know.
I will say.
I
won't say
I
that.
will say this again, and I know I say it all the time. I love that he brings people back
Yeah.
even for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I've said this for a long time. It's
Yep.
like, I'm not saying I need Carrie there 24/7
Right.
every episode.
Yeah.
It's nice to just have a phone conversation, to have her come in because her parents are in jail. Like, thank you for doing that. We notice it. We appreciate it. Keep doing it.
Yes.
Please.
I agree.
Oh my God, I gotta get that
Do you
off
need a
my
break?
chest.
Do you
I
need-
know. I need the refills. Camera to that side because I gotta go down and get my refill.
So moving on, we have Eli, Gabi, JJ, and Lonnie. I guess it just dawned on me.
I'm going to the bathroom.
It does. I guess it just dawned on me that JJ and Lonnie are no longer.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I
and Gabi and Eli kind of
are on the.
Yeah.
But Eli was like, listen, I don't care whether you hate me. You can hate me from when I get you out. Still, So I like that, and I like that
He's fighting for her.
He's fighting
That's
for her.
another story.
Yeah.
They're fighting for her.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then JJ and Lonnie have a nice moment where she's still trying to be protective and talk about the story and stuff.
Have you guys discussed? I know I've been away a little bit. So have you guys
A little bit?
discussed whether you think those couples are staying together or they're going to crisscross?
Well, I think clearly JJ and Lonnie are not going to be together. I'm currently worried that she's going to lose the baby. And then that could, I don't know, shake things up again. I don't know.
that could maybe lead to
Them reconcile.
reconciliate. That's
So I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about the crossover, like Eli and Lonnie and JJ and Gabi. Although back during Halo 2.0, I did.
I like JJ and Gabi. JJ and
I do too. Yeah.
Gabi.
my words ain't coming to me. JJ and Gabi together.
Yeah.
What were they? Jabby? Was that their ship name?
Sure.
Yeah. I thought they were cute together.
Okay.
So I would support that.
She was so
And that's
cute
all I
in
have to
jail
say.
on the phone with Justin. She's
Oh.
at the house. She's at the house. I could be out of here soon.
But shout out to the hair department and Camila Banos
that braid
for
was insane.
giving
Man.
you Salem Statesville meets
Statesville.
Set It Off, Queen Latifah style.
I would have loved to just have like Bonnie sitting at the next table talking to her attorney, just
Just in the background.
for
for a reference, just for a little
giggles.
reference.
Okay, so another couple, Chloe and Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you yesing about?
I love them.
Really?
Love
do
it.
too.
Love
I-
it.
I didn't know how I
100%
would feel about. I didn't really care for it in the first time they got together, but this time I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're more mature or older. I think they're cute together.
I
They
love
play
it.
off each other very well.
Love it, love it. Living for it. Wanted
Yep.
to stay. Hope they're giving them something good to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like that she didn't do the thing in Mexico,
Yeah.
the show in
Because
Mexico,
of Lucas.
because of Lucas.
Yeah.
But now Miguel, which
Who
Well,
is
yeah,
it?
I was thinking about that. Who could it be?
Who
If it's
is
someone.
it?
If
wait,
it's,
I'm not done yet. Shout out to Miguel. Hey, Zaddy. I looked at him and I was like, oh, I never noticed you before, but okay. I
What
see
are you talking
Miguel.
about?
Miguel.
Wait, what about him?
He's cute.
Of course, hello.
I wasn't
What have
paying
you been
attention
watching?
before.
Really?
No.
Who, the henchman guy?
Yeah.
The messenger.
I was trying to figure out who
He
the
does-
who
he-
the hair guy was.
He doesn't boil my potato.
He's
No.
very handsome.
Well, you know why? Because you can't see past Billy Flynn and his chest.
I think I told you my friend Brandon. He's one of the bartenders at Doug's place.
Uh-huh.
Every once in a while you'll see him back there. I mean, I know you don't know who he is, but anyway, if you knew what he looked like, he's sometimes there. So we message sometimes when I see him on TV. I'm like, "Hey, girl, make me a drink," and he knows I'm watching Days. He messaged me the other day that he said that he had told me a while back that Chad that he's like, I don't know the guy's name, but he's always on set. And then I sent him a picture of Billy, and I was like, is this him? He's like, yeah, that's him. He's like, he's the nicest guy. He's like the only person on the set that I think that I would like to like know and get. And I was like, girl, you have to come to Soho House with us sometime.
I will.
More invites that we aren't getting.
I invite Viola
you know
Davis.
Brandon. He was in the Britney Spears Womanizer video. He's the Womanizer guy.
Oh, got it.
That's Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's now a bartender. After womanizing Britney Spears,
That's
he's
such
now
a
a bartender
great
at Doug's
video.
Place.
Well, look at him. Didn't work out with
fine.
Brittany. Now it's gonna work out in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Chloe and Lucas. I'm like,
Why don't you like it?
I like it.
yeah. I want to know
Maybe
who's
sitting
behind
next to
all
me
of
will
it.
Well, yeah,
watch out
I
for
want to
you.
know
Yeah, you'll like him.
who's behind trying to get Chloe out of town.
Me
That's what
too.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I like that he's. Well, you know, I've been saying this again for a long time to give Brian Datillo more work.
Yes.
Because I think we all can agree after seeing everything that happened that he
Oh,
did
yeah.
with his alcoholism, with
Yeah.
Will's death and everything, he definitely needs to be front burner. And, you know, and I've said this for a long time, and I do feel like it's starting to kind of happen, is that, the main stories, Lucas and Chloe, Eli, Gabi, Lonnie, Will and Paul, and
Sonny,
Belle, Claire, Sierra, Abby, Chad.
Is this going somewhere? Okay.
It's all the younger. Not that I'm ageist, anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, we kept saying, like, these are the people that need to have the front burner storylines. These
yeah.
are the people that we need to be seeing and talking about and getting the action going. So thank you for, of the 7, 6 of them being, and even, not all of them, actually everybody is like, you know what I mean? Not that we don't, because we love the Kayla and Steve moments. We love the Marlena and John moments. We love having Vivian back. We love all those people, but these are the people that should be running the main
This is the
storyline.
next generation.
Yeah.
This is the,
And the-
continuation.
So
yeah.
thank you.
The
And I
next
think that
50
that's why
years.
I'm excited about Chloe and Lucas. Also because I think they're two characters that I feel like Chloe has just been given such ugh.
Yeah.
Nothing really
And
exciting,
Lucas,
yeah.
and he always is just kind of like there. He's always just in the scene. And it's like, stop it. Like, give them something.
You have 2 actors that are perfectly capable and have proven their talent, and
Yeah.
you know they need to utilize it.
And JLJ agrees with me. So,
Yeah.
And
done.
the only common denominator for Mexico is Teresa. But what does that have to do with Chloe? So,
like, why would she want to? Yeah.
Yeah.
question. Thank you, Sarah.
And we know that what's her name's coming back. That Teresa's
Yeah.
coming back on the canvas. So You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all
Jen.
related.
Well, we shall see. Well, that has been.
If you need a sympathetic ear, have no fear. Little old Viv is near.
Oh yes, all of her
She's
creeping.
got the best lines.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She really does.
She does.
And,
All right.
and that moment when Vivian and Lucas are at the bar here.
Oh
honey,
yeah.
She just keeps
Again.
pushing up Bloody
Yeah.
Mary.
Yeah.
Just
oh my
does
God.
not care.
And Maggie's like, what are
Are
you
you
doing?
doing? Exactly.
That was great. I
Vivian.
loved it.
Well, that has been your week of days.
We
and
made it through.
We made it through. But guess what? We still have so much to
I
do.
know.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, so
And
we're going
so
to
little
first.
time.
How much time we have? 5
20
minutes?
minutes.
So 20
many?
minutes.
20.
Oh, okay. I thought we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
5. I was like, girl, how are we going to do this?
No. She already asked for 15 extra minutes.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, so we're going to start with our segments, and we'll start with mine, which is Toni's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, so this week I had to give the 3 Snaps Award to Miss Vivian Alamain because from her listening in on Kate and Chloe's conversation about Mexico, from her not giving a care about Lucas being sober, her pushing that Bloody Mary, and actually going as far as ordering the Bloody Mary, then being hysterical when Stefan was like, I'm leaving, and her being like, you've got to stop this, you know, she's insane. And I mean, just basically for Vivian just not giving 2 hoots about anything and saying her mind and being blunt. So, Luis Sorrell, Vivian Alamain, you get Toni's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, and now it's time for
Mark's
Quote of the Week.
Oh, it's first. Okay. So I'm going to surprise people this week because there were a lot of great, funny quotes this week. However, something was said at the very beginning of the week that wasn't funny necessarily, but I really heard the line and I was just like, ooh, girl. That is so true. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna make this quote of the week. It is actually coming from Marlena when she was when Stefan puts her in the dungeon.
Yeah.
And he says, she says, do you love Gabi? And he's like, yeah, of course. He goes, well, I have somebody that loves me too. And when he realizes that I'm missing, he will tear down every wall in this town until he finds me.
Yeah.
I totally did that. That's exactly what I was like. Girl, she's right.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah.
And I was like,
Best feeling
that
ever.
is quote of the week.
We forgot about really quickly John and Abigail's interaction, and
Right.
John is picking up that there's something else about
The
Abigail.
way she was talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then Paul and John are trying to figure out what's going on with Marlena. Just had to add that in there.
Yeah.
All right.
So that has been
Mark's quote of the week.
I had to do it.
That's
I had
fine.
to do it. I had
Yeah,
to
of
do
course. But now it's time for.
Oh shit.
Elegant.
Oh, this is too much. See what happens when I go away.
So Hope does it again.
Yeah.
She got it last week, and she's getting it again this week for the designer spotlight of the moment.
I'm gonna pick some other people for you.
I was saying this last week or two, it's been kind of.
There was a couple times where I thought, I think that's gonna be it.
I almost went for Kate. I love that velvet
Yeah,
jacket
yeah.
that she had, but this looks amazing. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to find the duplicate for it, but this beautiful lavender, I want to say almost paisley
Did you
design.
notice her nails matched the shirt?
Did it?
Kind of
of
kaleidoscope-ish.
course.
I
or
always
like-
loved her nails. She's
One
always
of them
got
was
the
a
funky
different color.
colors. She always does that.
I know.
Because you love that.
Ugh.
So we have this
I'm gonna buy her
lovely.
nude nail polish when I see her.
It looks, it's probably maybe like a chiffon or a silk blouse, and I'm just loving it.
It was.
Loving
I noticed it. I definitely noticed
Yeah,
it.
and it looks amazing on her
Yeah.
coloring and all that stuff. So thank you, Hope,
Yeah.
for brightening up the landscape.
And that has been.
Did you let him pick this music?
No, he did it on his own.
But I was thinking George Michael.
That's
I
so
wanted
funny.
George Michael.
Oh, Jimmy.
And now it's time for. Caption there.
We have officially lost our minds.
Officially.
Okay, so this week's photo is of Camila
I
Banos.
love this picture.
Giving it to Eli, prison style, with her tight French braids. And the quote, there were some good ones. This one tickled me, so I picked it. April Miskiman.
Oh, April. It's her. Is it April's
her birthday.
It's
Yeah.
her
Is it your
birthday too.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's not why I picked it.
She
I
just
picked
said it in the chat
because-
room. Yep.
Oh, happy birthday. I picked your quote. And it says, "Get me out of here. This prison underwear is riding up my crack."
That sounds like something April would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that it made me laugh out loud. So I was like, that's the one. So congratulations, April, and happy birthday.
And that has been. Caption there.
Polaroid.
And now it's time for.
Dish and Dave Fan of the Week. Woohoo! We are delusional people.
The segments
All right.
cannot be any
So-
more
The
circusy.
glasses go on. For
Glasses
this
go
one.
on for this one. All right, so you guys know I always tell you if you write us a review and give us 5 stars on iTunes that I will make you fan of the week. And I think this person only gave us 5 stars so that I would read this out loud. But I have no problem reading it out loud, and so I hope some of you are sitting for this because it isn't always a nice review. I'm always sad when Toni isn't around. He is the it's XOXO balls.
XOXO balls.
XOXO balls is the name who wrote it. I don't know who they are. It says when it's good, 5 stars. I'm always sad when Toni isn't around. He is the cornerstone, and it makes my Sunday when he's leading the show. Informed positivity is my kind of energy. I miss James and Matthew, but Tami and Michael are killing it as new additions. No joke, all honesty, Mark Mark makes the show hard to watch.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, girl. Because he often has strong, uninformed opinions, because I'm watching a different show, based on not paying attention, yes, because I get up and get pizza rolls, and dismissing points because he doesn't personally like something. Okay. Also, the screeching. I think he's talking about my voice. So much screeching. I cannot watch when Mark is on. I bet you he's watching now, and I bet you he watches this on a loop, and I bet you he posts it and he shares it with all of his friends, even though he hates my screeching, or she. Sorry, I don't know if it's a he or she. When Mark is on, what did they say? I literally cannot watch when Mark is on and Toni is not. Instantly turn it off. Sorry to punish Tami and Michael for these episodes. Again, they are fantastic and successfully filling some big shoes.
Well, that has been.
I mean, I can't go against Edition Days Fan of the Week. Woohoo! I can't go against what I always say, if you rate us and you write a comment and give us 5 stars, you'll be Fan of the Week. So you're a Fan of the Week. I don't care. Trust me. I have been doing this for how long now?
55
Between
years.
YouTube comments of my drag performances, comments from people who watch Drag Race Recap. I don't care. And it doesn't matter. We still got a 5-star review. Yes. It's somebody who watches the show. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm sorry you don't like my voice. You think it's screeching. Well, move on to the next day.
Well, hey,
I will sleep at night, and all is good.
The 3 people in this room love and adore you.
Thank you.
James Law Jr.
Thank you.
Go. All right, so now it's time, ladies and gentlemen.
Moments you've
All
all been waiting for.
Do we have a soundbite for this?
We do.
Oh, okay, good.
All 1,440.
And by we, I meant Toni.
Now let me do my intro. This for my real. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our first annual Edition Days Awards, where you guys have selected your top picks from the past year of our favorite show, Days of Our Lives. All right. So all 1,442 of you voted within the past few weeks.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Even XOXO balls.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Kisses and hugs, balls.
I wonder if that Twitter handle's
.com.
And now we have your results.
Okay, which one first?
Mark.
Okay. No shock. Okay. So, our first award is, thank you, Stephen, for putting up our visual there. Days of Our Lives' most shocking moment. Mm-hmm. Will it be Abigail kills Andre, JJ shoots Theo, Ben crashes the double wedding, Will is alive, or John poisoning Steve?
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 most shocking moment on NBC's Days of Our Lives is Will is alive.
Boom, boom.
Yay! So Chandler, you're going to get a real envelope.
Don't make fun of my homemade envelopes.
What a budget here.
A real envelope.
Are real.
Maybe a Starbucks gift card. We haven't figured that out yet. No, you're going to get an award. We'll show one later.
Yeah. And
so the next award we're giving out is for the best fight. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. I wonder if me and Mike Riley are on this. Interesting.
You and extra balls.
Interesting. Okay. Me and
next year.
Me and XOXO balls. Me and Mike Riley. I'm starting to see a pattern. All right. Best fight. Is it Eric versus Brady, Sierra versus Claire, Eve versus Brady, Abigail versus Ben, or Eric versus Sander?
Ooh.
Sander.
Anyone want to say what they think it will be?
Well, I can't say. I already know.
Okay. And the best fight award goes to Eric versus Brady,
Yes.
which, from my understanding, was a very contentious one.
Oh my God.
Toni,
Those two, when they fight, they make those fights like
It's
epic.
yeah.
Like things get broken and they throw to the floor. It's crazy.
But I will say this was the closest vote of all of them. I regularly check the votes, and I would check it, and Eric and Brady would be ahead 10 points versus Abigail and Ben. And then I would go back, and then Abigail and Ben are in it. So it was literally just like, and then by the time we finished, we had our winner.
I think I voted for Claire and Sierra.
That was a good slap.
I think that was
a good slap.
Yeah.
All right.
And so the next award is Best Couple, and the nominees are Chad and Abigail,
Woo!
Will and Paul,
Yay!
Eve and Brady,
Okay.
Kate and Andre, Aw, and Steve and Kayla.
Woohoo!
And the award for Best Couple goes to Steve and Kayla. Congratulations, Stephen Nichols and Mary Beth Evans.
I had a
for
feeling.
being our
Yeah.
ever-loving best couple on days.
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
these
yes.
are all voted on by you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
The
yes.
Edition Days fans.
all
so
voted on by our
don't get
Edition
mad
Days
at
fans.
us. We
Yeah.
didn't pick them.
This is the fans.
And
the
listen,
fans picking it.
we saw the campaigns. We saw you guys
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
like, make sure you vote, make sure you vote.
But thank
So,
you for doing that. We
yes.
so appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
We love to be loved.
Yeah. Well, XOXO.
XOXO balls. Hey, they liked me. XOXO
They
balls.
did. You and
XOXO
Tami are
is top
kicking
with
it.
me. Tops with me.
Kicking
Anyway,
it.
So, the next award goes to the Best New Character, and the nominees are Valerie Grant, played by Vanessa Williams; Eli Grant, played by Lamone Archie; Trip Dalton, played by Lucas Adams; and Stefan O. Demira, played by Tyler Christopher.
Ooh.
And the Best New Character is Eli Grant,
Yay!
played by Lamone Archie,
Such
a
a
friend
good
of
picture.
ours,
Friend of the
wonderful
show.
man.
Dag.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Great, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Lamone. I
My
love
one
it.
show's spilling into the next.
Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the Best Character Return. And our nominees are Vivian Alamain, played by Louise Sorrell; Will Horton, played by Chandler Massey; Kristen DeMera, Susan Banks, and Sister Mary, played by Eileen Davidson; Sammy Brady, played by Allison Sweeney; and Ben Weston, played by Robert Scott Wilson.
Did Daquan start a campaign for Allie?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
All right.
All right. And your winner for Best Character Return goes to Will Horton, played by Chandler Massey.
Chandler, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Marla Wallace
Chandler.
says, moan, 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 moan,
Moan,
moan.
moan, moan, moan.
Moan, moan, moan.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, Chandler.
Chandler. Which, I mean, that
And
was that return
speaking
was
of
amazing.
Chandler, when do we get our Emmy back?
Oh my God, we had that Emmy for so long.
He
Yeah.
needs to bring that back. That should belong here.
Yeah.
We miss that. What?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had his Emmy
His actual
for,
Emmy.
for a good year and a half of
Yeah.
the show.
And then-
sitting on the table.
And
Yeah,
then
he let
Chandler
us
called
keep
and
it.
was like, yeah, I need to get that home. I was like, all right, sure, you can have
Yeah.
it back.
If you see pictures of me out there with an Emmy, it's not mine.
I think everyone took a picture
But
of
don't
it.
tell my family back home on Facebook.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now
that it?
No.
Oh.
We now have Best Actor in a Multiple Role. Our nominees are Deidre Hall for Marlena Evans and Hattie McAdams. We have Eileen.
Not
No,
McAdams.
it's not McAdams. It's
Wait,
just
what is
Adam.
it?
Just Hattie Adams.
Oh, Adams. Hattie Adams.
She's already at McDonald's, girl.
Right.
She's got her hat on.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I was
She's
loving
McLovin'
it.
it.
Snorts. Wow, it's a day.
All right, let me start again. So, nominees for Best Actor in a Multiple Role go to Deidre Hall for Marlena Evans and Hattie Adams; Eileen Davidson, Kristen DeMera, Susan Banks, and Sister Mary; Marcy Miller for Abigail, Gabi with a Y, and Dr. Laura; and Judy Evans for Adrian. Is it Kyriakis now?
Yeah, well, it's always Kyriakis, yeah.
Or Johnson.
It's
Sure.
Kyriakis.
And Bonnie Lockhart. And
McLockhart.
McLaughlin.
and ladies and gentlemen, the winner in our Best Actor in a Multiple Role goes to Marcy Miller for Abigail, Gabi with a Y, and Dr. Laura. So, congratulations, Marcy Miller. Now, of course, you guys, we have been giving out our own awards throughout the past year, where at least Mark and I have. But we are now going to give out our segment awards for those who have made an impact on us for the past year. So
Yes.
we're going to start with Mark.
So I'm doing most quotable. Let me read my
Character.
most quotable character. So probably somebody that I was quote of the week very, very many times. When Toni sent me the message that we were going to do this and everything, he's like, so Mark, think of somebody. I think it was within 2 seconds. I was like, well, I don't really have to think about this.
Yeah.
And I think most of you know who I'm going to pick because they're just amazing. And these are the awards that everybody's going to get. I'll show you. So the first annual Edition Days Award for Most Quotable Character is going to Victor Kiriakis.
Yes! Kiriakis,
John
Kiriakis.
Aniston. The man knows how to deliver a line.
Someone order a hooker.
So, and everybody else who won the other awards are going to get awards just like this.
Yes. All right.
And next we have the Style Icon Award, and this was kind of tough because
You misspelled my name, that's why. Rude.
the Style Icon Award is going to Camilla Banis.
Yay!
Camila.
Congratulations, because you rock it. Casual, elegant, every which way, braids, denim, you are amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for being our first
Ever.
Style Icon Award
Yeah, first
winner.
ever.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm taking this to the Daytime Emmys next week and see if he's there
Oh.
so I can give it to him.
We should probably take all of them.
Yeah.
I think it's a
and see
great
if they're
idea.
there.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably not going to want to take him into the awards.
True.
But their publicist can take them.
Girl.
Isn't that why you get a publicist, girl, to carry your
That's what they
shit?
get paid for.
Girls don't carry a purse, girl.
Anywho.
This is the only
Okay.
girl that carries a purse. And then I leave it on the bar because I forgot I had a purse.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so no, not best new character. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing the best Kodak.
How do y'all
moment
forget
of
your
the year.
awards?
I just forgot
A
what you
lot
called
happened.
it.
A lot
Yeah.
happened in the last hour.
Right.
Okay, so best Kodak moment of the year, and I gave that to Vivian's return.
Yay!
That's a
Because
great photo.
I loved the way that they, you know, it was revealed like 6 months before she came back that she was coming back. It was a very hyped return, and you know, this character is very steeped in Days of Our Lives history. She's very popular. Can only be played by Louise Sorel. I can't imagine anyone else playing her.
No.
And the build up to her reveal at the end, like getting dressed and putting on everything and then revealing herself at the end. It was just a great reveal, and kudos to the writers and Louise Sorel for killing it since she's been back.
Good choice. Good choice. And Toni.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our last award is the Snaps for Life Award. Now, I went back and I made notes of like who received the 3 Snaps Award throughout the past year, including my small stint away from the show, which I was reminded by. But this woman has given me life for the past year, from the time that Abe had to was in that whole counterfeit thing and she snatched off her earrings and her pearls, from the time that she went into her purse and picked up that little microchip that Theo had and talked into it and said, Theo, I know this is you. We should talk. And also from the time that she was here and she was so likable and lovable, and for the shade brigade that she had gave Lonnie.
Yeah.
My Snaps for Life could not go to anyone else other than Miss Vanessa Williams as Valerie Grant. You get Toni Snaps for Life,
Snaps
honey.
for life!
Yes! And ladies and gentlemen, that has been your first annual Edition Days Awards,
Yes,
voted by
Yay.
all of you.
Thank you
Yes.
for voting.
Thank you, fans.
I hope
we have
you-
30 seconds left.
Yes, and I totally hope you guys enjoyed the awards. We enjoyed coming up with the categories and
yeah.
the nominees
It
for
was
them. And again, we said first annual, so we're going to continue this as long as the show happens, and we'll always do it the week before
Yes.
The daytime
the
Emmys,
daytime
yeah.
Emmys.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
There's that. Unfortunately, we have run out of time, so we can't give you
The news
any
and
news
gossip.
and gossip.
Shoot.
But we will let you know
You can
that
post it on our Facebook page.
yes, we'll post it on our Facebook page. So all news and gossip. Michael will post it
I will
on our
post
Facebook
that.
page. We will not be here next week. Why? Because we will be covering the lovely red carpet of the Daytime Emmys, where we're going to talk to your favorite daytime stars. So we're taking a break next week. But hope you guys have had a great time with us.
Had a great
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Had a great time. I was going to tell you, since we're talking about it, I'm just going to have to meet you guys there. I'm going to come with Billy. So I'll just meet you on the car.
Sure you are.
Oh, it's fine. Michael and I, we have our
Let's
own.
hold-
We have a
let's-
car that's coming to
Come
get
on,
us
think of it.
and,
Think
and
of it.
everything like that.
Come on.
We actually have
Pull something out.
We actually have a pre-daytime
Uh-huh.
Mimi brunch
Brunch.
with a lot of the nominees.
I knew it would include food.
Yeah, so so that'll be us. There you go. So make sure you guys look out for those interviews and videos that we will have for you next week. Before we head out, Mark, let them know where they can find you on the social media.
Well, you can find me in an hour in the next studio over doing the RuPaul's Drag Race recap for episode 5. But if you want to find me on social media, Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia, Facebook and Instagram, Tami Goveia Official. Follow.
And you can find me, the Michael Mattes, on Instagram at MLMattes and Twitter at MLMattes1.
You guys can find all of us on Edition Days on Facebook and Instagram, and on Twitter _Edition Days. The @ is implied. And you can find little old me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Toni or my website, loungingwithtoni.com. We love to hear from you guys, so make sure you tweet us and let us know what you thought about the results. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you back in 2 weeks
Bye, guys.
for another
Bye,
recap.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Mwah.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.